All right, we're outside smoking today. I got my Pit Boss all set up. I got my competition blend pellets in there. We turn my Pit Boss on. We're gonna turn it to 225. We're gonna get smoking. Once that gets up to temperature, we'll put the wings on. All right, before we get going, we got our smoker came with the temp 235 on there, so 225 is our range that we want to go for. So I did two types of wings. I did just salt and pepper in one, a little bit of oil on top as my binder there, salt and pepper in there, and then I like Old Bay. So I did Old Bay on another set. My boys are more into just the salt and pepper. I like to do the Old Bay. So I'm gonna throw those on and we'll get smoking for 2.5 hours. All right, my wings are on. There's my salt and pepper. There's my Old Bay. I got it going 225. I'll let them go for a half an hour, not touch them, come back and check them, and I'll show you what I do every 15 minutes after the first half hour, 45 minutes. See you in a bit. All right, our wings are about 35, 40 minutes in. This is what I like to spray on them every 15 to 20 minutes after they've been on for about 35 to 45 minutes. So you got a nice little smoke color going to them. You can see the brownness on them. And then I just give a little squirts. This also keeps them moist. On the inside, helps crisp up the crust on the outside of the skin. So good. All my wings get it. Like I said, I do this every 15 to 20 minutes. We'll come back in a little bit and check on them. All right, we're about an hour in. Still cooking 225. Second time spraying. Back down. See you in about 20. Here we are, we're back. Another 20 minutes in, and another spray. After I just sprayed them, I will give them a turn. So we're gonna cook both sides of them. So we're gonna flip them all. Get those grill marks on both sides. Always helps. After I flip these two, I'll spray them again. You can see you're getting that color from the smoke of the pellets, but it's also a little bit of that, I can't believe it's butter. I'm spraying it on there, it's crisping up that skin, giving it that color. So we go ahead, spray them again. Back side. See you in 20 minutes. All right, so here we are. Got a headlamp on because we're in Minnesota, so it is a little bit dark out this time of year. So our Cajun ones, we leave on. The salt and pepper ones, we're gonna pull off. We're gonna buffalo these with some sauce, and we're gonna throw them back on. Now, my boys like buffalo, so do I, but some of these my wife's gonna eat. So we're gonna leave them on and just have them salt and pepper. So we're just gonna move them over here. We'll leave these salt and pepper. The rest of these we'll buffalo up. And then what we do after we buffalo them up, we put them back on. I'll show you that. So I'm gonna buffalo them up. And I'm using just Food Club chicken wing sauce. It's pretty good actually for the price. And I just pour the wing sauce on there. And after I pour the wing sauce on there, I like to give them a toss. Shake them around a little bit, toss them up. I don't want to use too much. What I want to do is create like a barrier so it gets kind of crispy, which that's about right. I really don't need too much more than that. So I just want to get them crispy a little bit, get that sauce covered them, and then I'm going to throw them back on, and then we're going to get that crispy outside we're looking for. I'm actually going to throw all these back on. I'm going to crank this back up to 275. So I got the wings back on. There's the buffalo over here. There's salt, pepper in the middle, and then right here's the Cajun. We're going to spray these back up again. And now what we're going to do is we're going to crank this up. I said 275, but I want to go 300. I want to get a nice little crisp on the outside of them, and that 300 degrees will help do that. So I'm going to leave them back on for about 25, 30 minutes at 300. All right, our wings have been on for 2.5 hours. Last half hour on 300 to 350. They're finished. So now it's time to pull. Buffalo ones, I throw them back in that little sauce that we had, so they get a little bit of sauce on them, but not crazy amount, and they're just perfectly crispy. You can see them, they got that red coat on them from that buffalo sauce, which is great. They got a crispy outside, and a little extra heat they gave them at the end, which is perfect. I just have the salt and pepper ones right here. That's a little bowl. Cajun ones over here. This shouldn't say Cajun, they're Old Bay. It's an Old Bay one. It's perfect. I love it. Dry rub. Nice crispy one. That's our 3 sets of wings.